So we have already learned how to determine if two triangles are congruent by side, angle, 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 side, and angle, side, angle. I think I said that. Side, side, side is the fourth one, okay? So we've learned how to do that, and those were non-right triangles. When you have a right triangle, you can move in for the kill much quicker, okay? You can say the two triangles are congruent much quicker because you already have an angle that's equal in both triangles. And which angle is that? The 90-degree angle, okay? So you really already have an A. Now they could teach it to where you use that as an A and use the four ones we've already learned, but they've actually shortened it to two letters because you really only need two things because you already have the one. Everybody get that?
Yeah.
So let's look at LL. If I have two triangles, they're always right, and I have this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to that side. Those are the two legs, right? The legs are the two sides that are not the hypotenuse, okay? The hypotenuse is the guy opposite the 90.
Yeah.
Well, look what I have. I really have side, angle, side, right? So all I need are two legs, and I can say the triangles are congruent. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
What reason can we use if the to tell that the hypotenuse are congruent if the triangles are congruent? What did we learn yesterday or the day before? What letters? CPCTC. Yes. Once you prove the two triangles are congruent, all their corresponding parts are congruent, okay? So if we're going to mark the hypotenuse and an angle, we mark both of the hypotenuse, and then we choose one of the angles. And I'm going to choose this guy on the floor. You could have chosen this guy up here. If that angle, the hypotenuse, and the right triangle, if they are congruent, you can say the triangles are congruent by hypotenuse angle. Because what do we really have here? If I look here, I have angle, angle, side. Wasn't that one of the things we learned already?
Yeah.
So that's why you only need two other things because you already have one of them. So you have to mark the hypotenuse. That side has to be marked. And then you can pick which leg you mark with L. So you can pick this guy here. But make sure you put one tick mark on the one and two tick marks on the other because you're showing who's equal to who. Determine whether each pair of triangles is congruent. If yes, include the theorem that applies and describe the series of rigid motion that map one triangle onto another. Don't do that second part. Just do the first part, okay? So you're just going to put yes, and then you're going to put one of those four sets of letters, but don't guess. Really look at it. So number one looks like this. Pretend I can draw.
Okay. No, you got it. No, that's right.
W, X, Y, and Z. And they want to know if triangle XWZ is congruent to triangle ZYX. And you're going to put yes or no.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, what do we have marked on the picture? We have a leg. So we already have an L. What else do we have marked? Huh?
Right angle.
The right angle, but can we use him for this?
No.
No. Remember that? I crossed those out. So he's not in contention. So on your cheat sheet from the other day, do you have anything else that you can conclude from this picture?
They share the same.
They have the same side, shared side. Remember that? All those rules apply. If you see an X, if you see parallel lines, if you see a shared side. Got it? So we have this guy is equal to this guy. Well, what part of the triangle is that guy? Hypotenuse. So we have HL. So this would be a big yes. All right, here, what have they given us?
They've given us a leg.
A leg, right? What else can I conclude from this picture?
You can conclude.
both are 90.
Yeah.
Okay, but we can't use him, right?
Yeah.
So he's out. What else can I conclude? Do we have an X in the picture? Do we have parallel lines in the picture?
Yes.
Nobody told me that. Do we have a shared side?
No.
No.
So it's
So I say it's a big fat no
Yeah.
because I don't have enough information.